Hi guys, we're back at Smash Fishing. We're out at midnight. We're going out foraging for pretty much anything. I'm hoping for some scallops because we've actually had a really good storm lately, so fingers crossed we can find a few. But if not, I'm after pretty much anything, so stay tuned. We'll have a nice little cook up after. It's Smash Fishing, baby. Woo! The big tides are finally back, baby, and we're out foraging. It's been a little while with all the storms and that we've had recently, but because we've had giant storm, biggest one this year, hopefully we can get loads of goodies. Looks like some sort of bird skull there. Yes, definitely. Look at that. That's a seagull skull. That's pretty cool, that. Really clean. I'm out for pretty much anything tonight. This time of year, you never really know what you're going to find, so I'm not targeting anything specific. I just want to go out, have a bit of fun, bring in some seafood. These tiny little fish. Not sure what they are. Could be smelt maybe. Really tiny they are, so they're hard to identify when they're that small. There was thousands of them before. Took one look at me and they're gone. Oh, got one. Is there any more in the spot? The water's super clear. There you go, look, got another one. A little tiny baby mullet. They're still around this time of year. That's mad. The bass are going to start showing up soon, so these don't want to stay around long. A little tiny mullet. Usually they'll start thinning out now. In the late summer months, they breed really heavy. And they sort of disperse. It looked like a good rock to turn. There was nothing under it. A couple of broad-clawed porcelain crabs. They do actually have a relative. I usually find their relative on this beach as well. The long-clawed porcelain crab. But that one there's the broad-clawed. Sort of, they sit there in the water sort of fanning it. Bringing all the plankton towards them. Quite a cool little crab. A little bit of life in this pool. Oh, there's a nice sized prawn there, look. Where's he gone? Oh, got myself a goby. Got him. There you go. Nice sized prawn of the day. Not a monster by any means, but hopefully in the next sort of pools we can start finding a few more. There's all sorts in this pool though. Interesting. I love looking around the little pools like this. You just never know what you're going to see. One prawn down. We're still super early on the tide, so I'm sort of just milling about at the moment, just looking in the pools. And then we're moving to the streams to try and find some fish. And if not, hopefully we'll find some scallops, some lobsters or something like that. Yeah, a little tiny squat lobster. These have a relative as well called the spiny squat lobster. This is the olive squat lobster or common squat lobster they're known as. Cool little creature. Not big enough to munch on though. Solid little brown crab that. Definitely not a keeper, but nice to see. Super solid. You can always tell by how heavy the crab is. And also here it'll be really dark and not so translucent. Nice solid little creature, that one. Seems like the creatures are starting to run out with the tide now, so hopefully we can start finding some more stuff. Oh, got one. Where's he gone? There is an almighty lady crab down here. Look at that beauty. Yes. Big male as well. I'm going to add that one to our cook pot. There seems to be a lot of big prawns in here. So I'm going to spend some time just mooching around. See if we can develop a little snack out of this. Some really nice prawns here. Now the tide's down, I'm starting to see a little bit more. It's been really quiet. There you go. Look at that. Velvet swimming crab, these are called. And that there, that is a chunk. Look at the size of the claws on that. They've got this awesome coloured blue. Really Really cool to see. But that there is a fine little specimen. We'll get that one in the cook pot. And I've seen before, that's the sort of prawns that we want to see. Let's get some more of those bad boys. That was perfect. I put my net the other side of the hole, and all the biggies, when I put my foraging hook in, came out the other side. There's some fine prawns there. That's the ones we're after. This is actually working really well. Found a new little technique to get the prawns out. What I do is put the find a little hole here. There's a little burrow here. What I do is put the net down on the corner. Oh, there's something in here. Hey, that might be the lobster we were looking for, but look at that. See how all the prawns just evacuate as soon as I do this? This is what we want to see. See if we can get more out. Look at that lot. Not doing too bad at all. Right, let's see what this is. Felt like there was some sort of crab or something in here. If there is something in that hole, it's in there very deep because I can't reach the back of it. But look at these bad boys. We're loading up on some lovely sized prawns. Not bad whatsoever. We get a nice little feed out of these. I'm only taking the big ones. I don't want these little ones because by the time you cook them, they'll be tiny. But these ones, you'll get a nice little chunk of meat. Look at that. Beautiful little pink ormer. Smell cool. I see him moving. That's wicked. Lovely to see. There's you big prawn. A few more nice ones there. Just moved to a little bay, sort of big gully sort of thing, and they're right in the surf. It's nice to see, so hopefully we can start getting a few more. They're really hard to see through the water, but I can see the eyes reflecting back from me. Did I get him? Oh, I did get him. He moved so quick, didn't even see where he went. Straight into my net. Just cruising my way across here. There's a lot of broken up rails and an old pipe and all sorts around here. They seem to like hanging around it because there's a bit of a structure. I thought we had our first keeper scallop then. Find a lot on this beach that are like that, but you do occasionally get a few decent ones. The tide's not extremely big now, so. Did I get him? Yeah, we got him. Nice sized prawn. Love it when they're just out in the open. Got to be quite quick on them because they soon dart off. They'll soon dart off straight underneath that cover. Going through all sorts of crevices at the moment trying to find some stuff. I'm actually like trying to find a scallop at the moment because we're dead on the low water. But they're proving very hard to find. There's a lot of empty shells around, as you can see. But the live ones, I don't know if a forager's been here before me, but after that massive storm we had, we should be seeing clams and all sorts, and obviously some scallops. But that's foraging. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Look at that for a perfect hole. Something's definitely been living in there in the last tide. That is as clean as they get. Look at all the stones it's just kept there. Awesome. Shame there's no lobster though. Hopefully we can find him on the tide dropping. I finally found a lobster. These have been very dormant today. Look how far that one can get his claws back. He's certainly ready. There we go. My battery decided to run out. There you go. Perfect little lobster. Got all of its antennae. Claws look good as well. Really good condition. Just not a keeper. Hopefully we can find something soon. We've got a nice little feed of prawns and that big lady crab so far, so it's not too bad. Be nice to find a big old scallop. Got him. Yes. That's a keeper all day long. Yes. I was struggling with that. found a hole with a crab outside of it, they're all smashed up. I was like, well, that's either an octopus or a decent lobster sitting in there. And look at the hole. Massive deep hole, that one. I don't even need to measure this. I know this one's a keeper. You beauty. I didn't think I was going to get that lobster because this hole goes really far back. I was like quickly scooping it and I managed to push it just underneath the weed here. That was ideal. And check that out. Easy keeper. About 1 or 2 mil in. Not a monster, but a lovely solid lobster. Nice male. That's going right in our cook pot. I haven't had a lobster in ages. Whoa. I'm now tripping over my net. I need to be careful. Right, let's get it in the foraging bag. I'm over the moon with that. I was literally about to just walk my way up the beach. There's a little hole there. And yeah, I thought I'd check here. I'm so glad I did. Nice keeper lobster, baby. You beauty. More of those, please. So there you go, guys. One last show of it. Really nice condition, the lobsters we found today. We've only found 2, but prime lobsters. Alright. You're going in our little soiree of seafood. If he doesn't pinch my hand. No, get in. Oh, he's having a tantrum. Is he going to let go? It's always the problem with not having bands with you. There's always a chance of that catching. It usually catches me at the back of the arm. When I bend down, I'll put my arm in it. So it's always a wise idea to bring like electrical tape or actual bands for lobsters. Be a lot more better. Be a lot more safer, that's for sure. Must admit, I'm very surprised we haven't found scallops tonight. I really did expect to get a few. But that's all part and parcel of it. You can just see a claw there, look. A brown crab. But yeah, they are very few and far between. But you get that, some storms you'll come down and you'll get 12, maybe 10 or 12 scallops, but and like this, you'll have the perfect easterly storms and there'll be nothing. But at least we got a lobster out of it. Really can't complain with that. I only came out for a mooch tonight because it's not very big tides. And happy to get a lobster. Didn't think I was going to get a lobster today at all. This was dry 10 minutes ago. Just shows how fast that tide really comes up. Oh, I thought we had a keeper then. Oh, still after those scallops, just not getting lucky at all. I've probably wasted an hour tonight just looking for scallops. I'll try and get some more prawns as the tide comes in. Come on, you biggies. There is a lot of prawns under this rock. And quite high up the beach as well. Oh, there's a lady crab, look. Oh, come here. We'll have you as well. Is it a male? I'll have a look in a minute. Yeah, all these little prawns. You can see them all coming out the hole there. I hope I can get over this side and we can rake a few in like we did before. Difficult rock to get underneath. Oh, you lucky little prawns. Yeah, can't get underneath it. There's just a little hole there they're all hiding in. There must have been 20 prawns sitting in this pool here when I first turned up. I can't get to them. We got a lady crab out of it though. Oi oi. Not as big as the last one, but a very decent crab. There we go. They are so vicious, these crabs. They'll get you in an instant. Ooh. Playing Russian roulette with a crab. But look at the claws on that. You get a nice little chunk of meat out of these. It's surprising how much meat is actually in them when you get a nice solid crab. Nice big one. No point taking small ones. You beauty. Let's get that one in the bag. Head up the beach. Not a bad forage in the end, that. So we've got one lobster that's got a lady crab claw in his hand at the moment. So dodgy getting them in the bag. Just like that, it'll get your finger. And we got 2 lady crabs. And a nice little handful of prawns. Some of them are beauties. Look at the size of that. It's more like we want to see. Lovely job. I'll see you in the kitchen. We've got our seafood here, and what I'm going to do for now is just boil this up ready for tomorrow. And I think I'm going to cook a nice little pasta dish with it. So all it's going to be is just a little 7-minute boil for the lobster. Cut the crabs off. The prawns only take a minute. It's job done. So I'm going to put loads of sea salt in here. Always get your sea salt when you're cooking seafood. Then we're good to go. I'll see you in the kitchen for a nice pasta dish. I've got our water on a roll and boil there. I've dispatched the crabs and the lobster. With the crabs, you just go in the belly there and give the knife a wiggle, and that's them sorted. And then the lobster, there's a cross on the top of the head. You're straight down and towards the head. As you can see, when you put this in the water, you're not going to get water flicked up by the tail and burn you. I've had that before, so I've learnt my lesson. Dispatch everything. It's a lot more humane as well. I'm good to go. So I'll just let these cook for a few minutes, and then I'll add my prawns. Prawns, they only need literally a minute to cook. You don't need long whatsoever. You see, they instantly turn pink. Just make sure I got them all. Oh no, one little one there. We're good to go. I'll get all these out soon. We'll be back in the kitchen in the morning. Make some nice pasta. We are back in the kitchen, guys. I've picked all the seafood. Got some nice little wild prawns, some lady crab and some lobster. We're going to make some delicious creamy seafood pasta, baby. Yum. So what I'm going to start off with, guys, is I'm going to cook up some bacon and then break it into smaller pieces. Then we're going to cut up our peppers, our onion, our mushrooms, and then we'll get those cooked up as well, and we'll make our little pasta sauce with it all. Got some nice fresh cream here. Delicious. Haven't made seafood pasta in a while. We've got the perfect ingredients. Adds a lovely bit of colour to the meal as well. Lovely fresh juicy peppers. Just going for half an onion today. A little black bit on it there. Beautiful. Nice. I like my pasta with little chunks in it, so you get a nice little bit of bite. All it is now is just to chop up a few mushrooms. And we'll start getting our sauce ready once the bacon's all nice and crispy. Ooh, look at that. Get some bread out and make a nice bacon sandwich. Right, we're going to start boiling our water now, get our pasta on the go. So I've just got a bit of water in there. I'm going to add a load of sea salt. You want to heavily salt for pasta. And we'll get it in once it's boiling. And by the time that's cooked, we should have our sauce ready. Crispy bacon, baby. So I'm taking that off. Then I'm going to start adding my ingredients straight into the bacon fat. It's all about flavour today. Oh yeah, delicious. We're going to let this just soften up a bit. And we'll start adding our ingredients. Make our nice little pasta sauce. Smelling absolutely delicious already. Now it's time for our delicious crispy bacon. So now for a little bit of ingredients, I'm going to go in with a little bit of garlic. I like a lot of garlic. We got chili flakes, not too many. Black pepper. And I go a little bit of smoked paprika. Not smoked, sorry, just normal paprika. just a little bit, and then I'll add some sea salt once I've got a hand free. The last ingredient of the day, good old Guernsey cream. Just put a little bit of that in there, and this is going to create our sauce. I've turned the heat down as well, and I just keep giving this a good old mix. Look at that. Oh yeah, beautiful creamy sauce. Just a little bit more in there, I think, just like that. And all of these delicious flavours are going to mingle together. And we'll add our seafood and our pasta. That's a perfect base for some seafood, that, because the ingredients ain't too strong. But that's going to be absolutely delicious. Oh yeah. Starting to thicken up a little bit now. You can always tell when you move it along the pan and it sort of follows the spatula. Beautiful. So now it's time. Some fresh lobster. Hand foraged. And we got our beautiful lady crab and our delicious prawns. Very nice. So I'll get this all stirred up. All we've got to do now is cook up our pasta, and that is my perfect little base for our pasta. Look at that. I want to take a spoonful already. We're on the final stretch now. We've got our pasta cooked. So what I'm going to do is just start feeding it into the pan. It's surprising, like there's quite a lot of sauce there. It will hold a lot of pasta, so let's get it all in there. Look at that. As always, I cook enough to feed the 5,000. Hey, it's all worth it. Look at that. You gotta just get it all incorporated with each other. You can see, I love that thickness where if you scrape the pan it follows it, because it covers the pasta so well. You get a nice layer over the top. That's what you want to see. Check that out. Juicy. Alright, I'm going to give this a little stir for a minute. I'm going to do us a plate and gobble it down. Look at that, big chunks of crab and lobster sitting in that. And there's still loads left. All we need now, the finishing touches, nice lobster claw on top, and we're good to go. If I do say so myself, that looks rather splendid. Look at that, big chunks of lobster. Yum. Been looking forward to this lunchtime meal, that's for sure. Fresh pasta. Nice creamy sauce with a bit of smoked bacon and a few different ingredients. Can't go wrong with that. Oh, a nice bit of bite to it, because you've got the soft crab and then the little bit more chewiness with the prawn. That is absolutely delicious. You get a nice little crunch from the peppers as well. Absolutely perfect. Interesting foragers though. They haven't been the biggest tides at the moment. They're only like 1.8s and stuff like that, which is, I was actually really surprised to find a lobster. It was literally the last hole of the day that I was going to check to find one as well. So I was really jammy on this forage, but really pleased I did find one. There's definitely a lack of prawns around as well. I thought there'd be a lot more bigger prawns, but that's just part of it. Same as fishing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. But hey, still got a beautiful meal out of it, that's for sure. There we go. A bit funny eating at the moment. I broke one of my teeth. So, a bit awkward, but it's all good. Back to the dentist I go. That's so tasty. Nothing else to really say. It's one of those cooks where I don't really want to talk much. I just want to eat it. It really is delicious. Definitely worth a try, guys, if you can get a few ingredients together. nice seafood pasta. So I'll leave the video there. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want any merch, the link's in the description. There's gonna be plenty more to come. It's smash fishing, baby. Woo!